went looking for trouble. And boy, I found her. She's in love with herself. She likes the dark. And on her milk-white neck, the devil's mark. Now it's All Hallows Eve. The moon is full. But will she trick or treat? I'll bet she will. She will.
Welcome.
Good evening.
Welcome to Inside Dr. Herman's Head. You know, it's funny. I went to a party last night where everybody spoke like that.
What?
They weren't just putting it on. You know that my wife is Hungarian.
Yes,
I went to a Hungarian-American Halloween party, and they all, the Eastern Europeans, they pronounced the W's as V's, and vice versa.
Yeah, vodka.
So, yeah,
vodka and cranberry.
So last night everybody was like, welcome. And I was like, welcome. I don't know if they were doing a voice or not. In any case, welcome to Inside Dr. Herman's Head. This is our Halloween chapter. But it's not really our Halloween chapter. It's our Mischief Night chapter. We're going to talk about that. I know it's unsettling for you, but...
it's upsetting me.
All right, we'll calm you down. We'll make you feel better. My name is Dr. Jan Herman from Herman Family Chiropractic Center here in Stroudsburg, Pennsylvania, and I'm here with the incredible shrinking man, Greg Big Show Larson.
Is that true? I would love to.
Well, you said you were losing some weight, and
Yeah.
don't lose too much, otherwise you'll be Greg Medium Show Larson.
We already have a medium show, so yeah, he'd have to be demoted.
Really?
Yeah, we have a baby show, a little show, a medium show, and I am the big show. Yeah,
you don't want to lose the title.
No, I can't.
It's funny because it's just like in boxing, right? People know the heavyweight champ, but nobody knows the bantamweight champ.
Yeah.
You don't have a bantam show, do you?
I guess I'm going to have to now.
You're going to have to get one. Well, this is Inside Dr. Herman's Head, where we're going to talk about what's inside Dr. Herman's head.
That's true. I love this song.
Who was that originally for the opening song? That was
Halloween.
No,
the song we
opened with today.
That's Typo Negative.
Typo Negative.
Yeah, rest in peace, Pete Steele. Love
Excellent
that guy.
song, really good song.
Yeah, that guy love Halloween, man.
Well, now he's resting in pieces.
He is. He definitely is.
I would like to remind people right off the get-go that we have our Thanksgiving logo contest coming up. Put together a logo with the Thanksgiving theme and our show logo.
Yeah, you turkeys.
Anyway, you can put it together. Get it to us before noon on the 20th, and you could win an Inside Dr. Herman's Head t-shirt or some second or third place bling. But it is the night before Halloween. And I grew up because I was born in Brooklyn, but after, I was about 9 when we moved to New Jersey. Mm-hmm. So I basically, I grew up in New Jersey, and Mischief Night was a big thing.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I never heard of it till I moved here to PA.
But you weren't that far away. You were in the island.
I was on Long Island, but I mean, like, I never heard of, like, nobody was ever like, oh, the night before Halloween is when it goes down. Like, Halloween was the day.
I was surprised because where I grew up, that was a big thing. On the 30th, it was homeowners shook in their beds on the 30th, and not from the spooky stuff, because you hear stuff going on outside, but it wasn't fun.
No, we had, same deal. I mean, people, it was just on the day. Like, all right, kids are coming out trick-or-treating, plus I'm going to get my house toilet papered and egged, shaving cream and all that.
You see, I think that to do that on Halloween, there are too many witnesses. Because the eggs and the people smashing mailboxes and egging houses and lighting bags of dog poop on fire on people's.
That's a good one. That's a great one.
I mean, our neighborhoods were trashed by the day. You would think that a tornado came through. It was terrible, and everybody woke up on the morning of the 31st just nervous as heck to walk outside and see what the house looked like.
And the thing about, I get it.
I thought everybody was had that, but apparently from the research that I've done.
Yeah, that's true. You did some research.
Yeah, you know what? It's not even Jersey. It's northern Jersey. It's northern and central Jersey.
Right.
This is
but
where
then
I
you
grew
said
up.
Philly too, right? Because like I said, when I moved here, I heard about it, and I was like, what are you guys talking about?
Yeah, from what I read, Philly and Delaware also have it, and sometimes they call it Cabbage Night.
Yeah,
or Goosey Night. I don't know why they're called Goosey Night, but I really, really weird. Detroit calls it Devil's Night.
Yeah, Devil's Night. I mean, there's even been movies about that,
But their big thing, they were setting things on fire.
Well, Detroit is half ready to be burned down. Anyway.
I know. See, they're helping the community.
It's kind of okay.
Or they can go down to Flint and light the water on fire.
Oh man.
But yeah, so this is Mischief Night, and it's. I guess that must be why I don't see a tremendous amount of it going on here.
Well, no. That's what I was just going to say is Halloween these days sucks. That's from my point of view.
We were talking before we went on the air about trick-or-treating, and I know that historically trick-or-treating, if you get a treat, fine. If you get no treat, you're supposed to do some type of trick.
Right.
And it should be something relatively innocuous, but, there are some people who just take it way, way, way too far. It's supposed to be a lighthearted thing, but, there are people who celebrate it too hard and too seriously, and then there are people who look at it as such a, the holy rollers tend to look at it as a very anti-religious, the whole satanic thing or whatever. And
that's the best part. I don't know. My beef is the fact that, like, it's not Halloween anymore. It's a week of it. Like, they broke it up. Like, okay, this township has trick-or-treating on the 29th from 6 to 8. And then this township, this area has it from, 8 to what or not. If they don't even go late anymore. Like, I don't know. For me growing up, it was on the day, it was on Halloween, and you were out there till it was dark, like.
And also it was for kids. I don't remember a lot of adults having parties or getting dressed up when I was younger. Now it's all about being bloody and slutty.
But that's what I'm, that's another thing.
The party I went to, that was the name of the game, boy. Everybody was bloody and slutty.
Bloody and slutty, man. But that's another thing too, is that the girls, the slutty costumes is a big deal on Halloween.
Yeah.
But I like the bloody half dead looking chicks. Like, that's what I dig. I don't understand.
Again, it's because I know that the history of Halloween is steeped in death and things that are morbid and.
Yeah, that's what it's about. I don't get it. That's why
not anymore. Not anymore. And the funny thing is, I sat on the side of the party last night. I wasn't in the mood to get my drink on. I was, there were a lot of people drinking, and I just figured
get your drink on.
Yeah, I kind of sat on the side. I was dressed up. Terry and I went as hippies.
There you go.
But it was funny because people who were already drunk when they got to the party, they said to me, "So what are you dressed up as?" Because I was a subtle hippie, But what I said was I was dressed as a guy without underwear on to prove me I'm wrong, But I sat on the side and I watched, Terry was dancing with her friends and this and that, and I made some notes because I didn't have the show tonight, and I wanted to, make some observations of things. And so most popular costume was pirate.
Okay.
Lots of pirates, men and women.
That's crazy. All right.
And not, I didn't see one parrot, which kind of made me,
Oh, nobody had a parrot on the shoulder?
Nobody had a parrot on the shoulder. And as far as I'm concerned, if you're going to be a pirate, you need a parrot on your shoulder.
As a kid, I was a pirate once, and it came with an inflatable parrot. You just blew him up, and it sat there.
I'll tell you an interesting story before I even go to the rest of my list. And I think you've seen the picture of me in the costume I'm about to speak about.
The pirate.
Yes. About 15 years ago, 14 or 15 years ago.
All right. Way back.
Yeah, I was introduced to a cruise line, the Cruise the Caribbean, called Windjammer Barefoot Cruises.
Okay.
Which some people have heard of, some people have not. It was advertised usually in the back of magazines. It was they didn't do a tremendous amount of advertising on TV or radio, some, but they were schooners, brigantines, tall masted ships.
Okay.
And each ship carried about 100 to 120 passengers in very sparse type of conditions. The cabins were very basic, almost like bunk bed type things, and a lot of them, and the bathroom was a shower and a bathroom all in one.
Yeah,
you could actually sit in the toilet and brush your teeth and sit next to you and take a shower at the same time. But they were working ships, and you could actually help raise the masts.
So modern day pirate ship,
just like a modern day pirate, exactly. You could do as little as you want or as much as you want, and they went because the ships were so much smaller. They were only about 150 feet long on the average. They went to smaller islands, and you could, you would actually jump off the side of the ship to go swimming.
That's pretty cool.
And which I dare you to try to do on a Carnival ship. It's about a 100-foot drop to the water.
Yeah.
But you could, you jump off and you actually swim up to the island. They could get really close to the islands. And so we had a really, really good time. What they would do was every year they would get 2 or 3 of their ships, because they had like 4 or 5, 6 of them all together, and they would get together in one place, and they would have a 2-week-long cruise, and it would be like a pirate Olympics.
What?
And people would there was a bacchanalian pirate crazy in 2 weeks. People would be like in costume and in character for 2 weeks. You'd be pirates, and we raced the ships against each other from one island to another. Just had a phenomenal time.
Yeah,
there was lots of drinking, lots of craziness, lots of incredible food, and I wanted to get a really big costume. I rented a costume once that was lousy.
Okay.
The first time I went, I rented a costume, and it just was not great. So after I went on the first one, I said, I'm going to get a new, really good costume for the next year.
Did you piece something together?
No, dude. I found the woman who made Johnny Depp's costume.
Get out of here.
For the Pirates of the Caribbean movies.
How much did that cost? $500,000?
Not that much, but it was in the 4 digits.
Oh, my God.
It was expensive.
Yeah.
She lives somewhere in South Dakota.
Actually, I saw that picture. You're right. It was legit.
It was really legit. I actually should put it up. I'm going to put it up on the Facebook page so people can see it. It took 4 months to make that, through the mail. She would send me samples of. She sent me 20 different kinds of buttons. She sent me 20 different kinds of brocade.
Well, there's got to be a lot. That had to be heavy, right? There's a lot of stuff going on
Yes.
there.
Yeah,
You had to wear the Seinfeld puffy shirt and everything?
Exactly. Well, she actually, one puffy shirt came with it, and then she actually made me 2 others in 2 other colors. I have a burgundy, a black, and a white.
That's cool.
But it's a pirate costume. A pirate captain costume.
Okay.
Very, very, very intricate. Very regal. Very royal. You know, the kind of thing that you would, like a British pirate frigate captain would wear. And she's furnished everything except the boots and the wig and the facial hair because I had to put on a beard and mustache. And I went over to Frazettas and I got beard and mustache that were really, really, they matched the color of my hair, the wig that I had. He showed me how to put it on with the spirit gum. So it really, really worked. And the next year when I went, it took me a good 45 minutes to get this costume on and going. And I would not shave for like 2 weeks before, so my cheek beard was really coming in really good. Yeah. And the next year when I was there, and a lot of people were return pirates from the years before, people went crazy. They went crazy. I won the costume contest every year for the rest of the years that they did that.
Yeah. Until
unfortunately the cruise line went out of business. And actually, it was because on the last cruise we did that, one woman lost a couple of fingers.
What was she doing? Like
she was trying to. We got points for defacing the other ships, and she was trying to spray paint something on the fantail of one of the ships in the middle of the night. And the small boat, the landing boat that she was on, the water raised her up underneath the fantail of the big ship. And it hit her hand underneath the thing and cut her 2 fingers off. Nice. She didn't know it originally. So we thought they fell into the sea, but they actually fell into the boat. And they asked her, it was 3 a.m. Some people had gone to sleep. And they sent an emergency call out through all 3 ships. Were there any doctors on the ships? And I came there, and I'm a chiropractor, so I wasn't putting any fingers back on. And there was another woman who was a gynecologist. Between the 2 of us, we couldn't do anything to really help her except to, ice the fingers and ice her hand.
Yeah. I'll give you my professional opinion. Yeah, they're gone.
Those are fingers. Yeah. And they're not where they're supposed to be. So I recommend putting them back on. So they got her to Union Island, which was the nearest island we were down in the Grenadines, and they were not able to affix the fingers. Too late. But anyway. See
what vandalism gets you?
It was going to get us 25 points, but
you Mischief Night kids.
We won anyway. So, but the point is, I used that costume in a lot of Halloween costume contests. A lot of Halloween parties I've gone to, and I have never failed to win first prize with that costume.
Well, you paid for it, so
it paid for itself. But it's a fabulous costume. And so I noticed though that the pirates were still very, very big last night. Mm-hmm. Second place was police. There's always a sexy cop.
Yeah.
Slutty cop.
It's always the sexy cop outfit.
I didn't see any bloody
sexy
cops.
Whatever.
No.
Sexy nurses and.
I thought it'd be somebody, cop out of control or something like that, considering, the news lately, but there wasn't anything like that. But there are some people who make no effort at all.
Yeah, that's true. There's no effort people. And then the sexy outfits, I mean, like, hey, I'm not complaining. It looks nice. But it's like, I don't know. I love to see the ones that, go all out and do something, makeup-wise and, like, bullet holes in the head and stuff and things like that. Like
how important it is if you go to a big party, okay? Mm-hmm. And I was at a party where there were a good, I would say maybe 400 or 500 people there. A big party. How important if you're going to be either dressing up, okay, or if you're going to go to the party, if a couple shows up, that the couple somehow connect with their costumes. You think that's important, or?
I don't know. I mean, it's cool. A lot of couples do that.
I saw Wilma and Fred.
Yeah.
And I saw, I saw the, what did I say? Of course, there was the obligatory S&M. She's leading him around with the leash, that kind of thing.
Bring out the gimp.
But some couples have to match completely. Some couples, nothing at all to do with each other. But I did make a note in relation to what you were saying, just so women know, any woman of almost any age, actually, that wears anything with an animal print, we appreciate that.
Yeah, that's pretty nice.
That's very nice. You're cute, and that's very, very nice. But anything can be made to look slutty.
Anything.
I saw a slutty exterminator
Yeah, well, they even have you can be a slutty Freddy Krueger or Jason Voorhees now. You know,
you gotta be careful with the blades.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean,
everyone's slutty hands.
It's out of control.
But what I did notice is easily 999 out of 1,000 people do not know how to dance.
No, I don't. People haven't known how to dance in a while, and especially what's going on with dancing now is more just like air sex. You know?
You know what? I didn't see a tremendous amount of that, but what I did notice is that after 3 or 4 drinks, the dancing gets better.
After 3 or 4, well, it gets better either.
Especially if it's a group of women, all of a sudden they find their
find the groove.
Yeah, but if you as far as just the dancing, you know, prowess in general, people don't know. But you know what? People don't touch each other when they dance anymore. That's like way gone. And I realized why last night. Because your hands are full. You got a drink in one hand and your phone in the other.
Yeah,
you can't put the phone down.
That's different though. There's like I've seen some younger people doing dancing now, and they can't stop touching each other. That's why I'm saying it's like.
Well, I was. You know what? There weren't a lot of kids where I was.
Like,
it was an adult party.
Yeah, an adult party. Then no one's touching each other, drinking.
Exactly. Kids are like, oh, we can touch each other when we do this. But still, they're holding the phone. Got to get there, have the phone. And you know what? I noticed a couple of people driving to the party last night that were putting their makeup on while they were driving, and they were on the phone at the same time.
Oh, yeah.
That's really no different than what goes on the way to work every morning.
I see it.
You know. You ever seen anybody shave in the car?
Yeah, I think I have, actually.
Right?
Yeah. Electric razor sitting there looking in the rear view. Like,
I once saw a woman shaving her armpits while she was driving.
Yeah, that's nice. That's great. Everyone wants to see.
There really should be curtains on the front of that car. Oh, man.
Hey, why not, man? You know.
It was a crazy party.
I'm not here to judge the armpit shavers.
You know what?
She's doing it.
At least she was doing it. That's right. Oh, man, but I don't want to watch it. Okay, that'll take us to our first break. Let's talk about Thai Orchid.
Let's do it.
I didn't see anybody dressed up in Asian costumes last night.
Oh, it's a perfect time for Ecto Tea, too.
That's right. That's right. There was one guy. He had his arm into in a chainsaw. His like a chainsaw was his arm.
Yeah, that's Ash from Evil Dead.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's his thing because he cut his hand off and then he rigged the chainsaw to
that's what it
put
was.
a stump in it. Yeah.
Okay, well that wasn't even close to Asian.
Not at all.
Didn't remind me of Thai food whatsoever.
Not one bit.
No. You know what I had the other day at Thai Orchid that I haven't had in a long time? Pineapple fried rice.
Ooh, that sounds awesome.
Very, very good because it's got the sweetness to it with the pineapples.
Yeah.
But they have 4 different kinds of fried rice. They have, because I've never actually had the curry fried rice, which is supposed to be excellent. But they have pineapple fried rice. They have Thai fried rice, which has just, you know, onions and scallions and you know, lime.
Right.
But they also have crab fried rice, which is so good.
Just whatever you want to do with crab, it's all good.
She puts so much crab into that plate of rice. It's phenomenal.
Really? All right. That's definitely number one next time I go.
And it's very good with an ecto
tea. Now's the time. Tomorrow, get the they're closed.
Oh man,
right?
So good.
Tomorrow
they're closed.
Tomorrow
they're prep day. They gotta have a prep day.
Yeah, that's true.
I can't imagine. And I asked Kanye this about this a couple of weeks ago. I said, why don't you open them on Mondays? Because you're standing room only every other night.
Yeah.
And she said, if I didn't have a day to prep, I would never be able to get ahead of myself.
I get it. They need that. I mean, they're so busy.
And you can see why when you go there. Stop down at Thai Orchid and check it out, and you'll see why. Down at the corner of Sarah Street and 9th Street, the phone number is 570-421-1717. They're doing incredible takeout, so grab a menu and order out if you can't stay in because the food's phenomenal. Let's take a break, and we'll come back to the party.
Dr. Herman's patients talk about how wonderful Dr. Herman is. Your name is?
My name is the Count, Gary, but you can call me Count.
Hi, Count.
How are you?
I'm doing good.
Blah.
What's your story?
Well, listen, I work the 3rd shift, which means I work all night and sleep all day. And believe me, changing form between vampire and human and wolf, it takes a heck of a toll on my back, Gary. I'm always looking for fresh blood, and sleeping in a coffin probably isn't the best thing for my back.
I bet not.
And on top of that, I'm almost 450 years old, so my back is killing me.
But But you look great.
Well, thank you.
How did you find Dr. Herman?
I'm out bebopping and scatting around one night, leaving Big Star, when I passed Dr. Herman's office. You know, he has night hours.
I didn't know that.
Yes. So I went in and said, Doc, you must take a look at my back. Well, he adjusted me on the table, and immediately I started to feel less pain. With each treatment, my back was hurting less and less, and I've been catching victims quicker than ever.
I bet you are. So is there anything you want to tell people?
I love my Dr. Herman.
Call 424-LIFE. What are you doing to my neck?
Oh, sorry.
Ask about their $25 visits for life.
You're listening to Inside Dr. Herman's Head every Sunday night starting at 7 o'clock right here on Pocono 96.7. And now, back to the good doctor.
Oh, it's not. Oh, you know why? I know why. Oh.
Why?
Try that. There we go.
Someone's hungry.
What's this? There you go. Wait for the burp. You know what? There's too many things to click. I like to think of myself as technologically savvy, but I've got to click too many things.
Sometimes
to make
it's just
monster
more
reading.
of a pain.
Anyway, back to the party. As far as costumes go, I think I decided last night that if you don't have some kind of makeup on, it's not a complete costume. For Halloween, there's got to be something. Go the extra. Go the distance.
I get that.
But there were too many people that would just throw on a wig or throw on a pair of floppy shoes.
Yeah.
And that's not a costume.
No. Or mask. But I like masks, so.
Well, a mask changes your identity more than just throwing on a wig.
I like that.
You know, there was a guy there that was just dressed in regular T-shirt and jeans, but he had a pair of clown shoes on.
Okay.
Like, what is he, an off-duty clown?
Yeah.
I don't know. You know, I had no idea what that was. And what did we say before? We said that if you wear your work uniform to a party,
if you wear a uniform,
that's not a costume.
Yeah, you don't get it.
You don't get it. Make an effort. Try.
I mean, I can't say anything because the last couple of years I haven't really dressed up for Halloween, even though it's something I like. I just haven't. I don't know why, but yeah. Even when I have, I mean, I've done a little more than that. You know what I mean? I used to be an electrician. I just didn't come out with a hard hat on and be like, "Hey, I'm here." Like,
carry a pair of dikes in your hand.
A pair of pliers and a hard hat. What's up, village people?
But you know something? We don't really. The spirit's totally gone from the thing. Like, there's no candy at an adult party.
No,
there wasn't one. There was lots of Jägermeister, but there was no candy.
No, there should be. I mean, yeah, tons of Jaeger. I mean, that's adult candy, but
adult candy.
But I mean,
yeah, there was a lot of the nose candy.
And this brings me back to what I was saying about how Halloween sucks. And when I say that, I mean for the kids. I feel like it sucks because it was just different. It was more freedom. It was there was a spirit about it. Like you said, the spirit's gone. Like these trunk or treat things where people just pull in a church parking lot and open their trunk, and then kids just go from
I heard about that.
Kids just go from car to car and get candy. You're done in 15
What's the point?
minutes.
So stupid.
Yeah, you're done in 15 minutes. There's no you didn't go and hunt. You didn't go out and freaking
Well, you know what? Stay home and buy your kid an assortment of candy.
Yeah, there you go. Here you go. Happy Halloween. You know, like it makes just the whole spirit of that is gone for me.
I understand.
I mean, I don't know. I'm not out there trick or treating. Maybe the kids love it. I don't know.
You know what? The mall has this thing where you go.
You go to the stores.
I can understand the concern about safety and wanting to do it in the mall. That's I think as far as trick or treating goes, that's the extreme of where I would stretch it to.
Yeah.
I mean, they're safe. They're still going kind of door to door.
If it's like, oh man, it's raining on Halloween, go to the mall. Like that's cool. But
if it's raining, that's part of the.
That's part of the thing too.
Oh, and here's another thing. I remember. First of all, I should backtrack. When I was a kid, I didn't go trick or treating.
No,
I didn't get into it. I didn't like it. I thought it was ridiculous.
You were a weird kid, man.
I was stuffy as a kid. I was like, no, I'm not doing that. That's ridiculous. Now I did go once or twice, And I'll tell you I don't remember. I remember one cheap like Superman costume with the plastic mask
yes.
and
like the vinyl.
Yeah,
tape.
yeah. Well, the thing that was, the reason why I remember going trick or treating once or twice is I remember freezing when I was doing it.
Okay.
So my mother made me put the costume over my winter coat. Okay, I remember saying Superman doesn't. He's not this puffy, you know. There's no Gore-Tex into the, but you know, and that the elastic band on the mask, with the staple that keep rubbing into the side of your eye. But I remember freezing, and the interesting thing was last night we were trying to decide when we got dressed up how cold is it going to be. It was 65 degrees last night.
Yeah. I know.
65 degrees. And right before the show tonight, you heard the weather for tomorrow night?
Yeah, 30.
30!
Ridiculous.
The kids are going to go out in 30. This won't be raining or anything. 30 degrees. And last night it was 65 for the party. A lot of kids
this is another part of my beef, is that a lot of kids already got their trick-or-treating done because certain areas had it yesterday or today or Friday. You know, like, it's ridiculous.
I know what you're saying, and I don't know. I
think my area has it tomorrow, which I'm happy about because it's Halloween. It should be, you know. But
right. But you know what they do? They do it on the weekends because they're gonna. There's
right.
a parade on the weekends, or you know, try to avoid the middle of the week. But I, you know, have it have it whenever Halloween is.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think that that's when it should be. Did we have a caller?
Excuse me, we did.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll keep an eye on that again. So let's see. What else did I notice at the party? I dug so many things up. The more you drink, the easier it is to dance without spilling any of your drink.
Well, yeah, you get you get that groove. Like
exactly. We have a caller. Let's go to the phones. Yeah, let's see.
Okay, let's see.
Welcome to Inside Dr. Herman's Head. Who's calling?
This is Jeff from Barnesville.
Ah, Jeff. What's going on, Jeff?
Guys?
Pretty good.
I hear you talking about the Halloween.
Jeff? Oh, I think we lost him. Jeff.
Hello. JFB.
Ah, Jeff. Okay, Jeff, we're going to have to try again, Jeff. Sorry, we lost you. The phones are a little weird tonight. I don't know why, but I'll have to check that out. Let's see. Oh, everybody on the dance floor can take a clear picture of themselves but me. And I wasn't even drinking last night.
Well, that's a problem.
I guess Jaeger makes for better pictures, right?
Yeah, man, it's there's something in that deer's blood. Isn't that what that's supposed to be?
Deer's blood.
I think so.
Oh, you know what? This was crazy. There was a guy there last night, and an old man. Okay, old man, and he was like decrepit.
Mm-hmm.
And he had a walker, and he was like just kind of shifting back and forth. He was dancing with everybody else, but he was just like trying to.
That's cool.
Like for 2.5 hours, just kind of shifting back and forth and shifting back and forth. And with like 45 minutes left in the party, all of a sudden he lifts up his walker and he's holding it up high above his head, and he was just about breakdancing. The guy was completely. He was a young guy.
So
that was just, but it looked really good. It was really
awesome.
That was one of the best costumes I'd seen because he went so long convincing people that he was an older guy. Really, really funny. Oh, here's another thing. Just so people know, only the Grim Reaper gets to hold the scythe.
Wow.
Okay, anyone else holding it looks ridiculous. Just like the Grim Reaper without a scythe.
I don't know, man. Unless you're one of those children in the corn.
A slutty kitty, okay, with a scythe makes no sense.
A slutty kitty. Like, what are you supposed to be? Oh, I'm a cat. Why? Because you got whiskers and ears and a bra and panties? It makes no. I don't know. Whatever. But.
God. Let's see. Did you have any, like, when you were younger? Did you have any specific traditions or anything? Or?
I had for Halloween. I had no traditions except for get dressed up in a costume and go out there, man. And, you know, I was always a good kid. I was never one of those dudes that, you know, egged stuff and everything like that. And one time we tried to get some shaving cream, but just didn't do it right because, you know, to get the shaving cream to shoot, You would have to put a needle in the tip and melt it so it would make the hole smaller, so it would shoot farther.
Yeah,
I never had the technique. I never had the technique to do that right.
You see, I think that maybe we had silly string or something like that. But that's as far as the
And then, but I would always go out and trick or treat with a couple of my friends, and then we'd always have those kids in the neighborhood that would terrorize us and stuff. We'd get egged a couple times, things like that. 1 year though, I did get him back, and I beat him with a sock full of rocks.
Oh my God.
He deserved it. He deserved every bit of it. It wasn't like beat him to death or nothing like that, but hurt him enough to where he was running away. You know what I mean?
He'd had to. And, otherwise he'd be dead.
Yeah. Had enough, man. I got a long fuse, but you get me there and that's it.
Oh gosh.
But
yeah, I couldn't. You know what? I was very, very content to just hand out the candy. I stayed in the front, and then when the time came, I shut the light. I went inside and I watched Charlie's Angels.
The Charlie's Angels. See, that was my thing, too. When I got into high school and it was like, all right, you're too old for trick-or-treating and stuff like that, I like to just dress up, and I'd just, like, sit at the door. I remember me and my friend one time, we just put, like, lawn chairs on the front lawn, sat there with a big bowl of candy, just had masks on and just sat in a lawn chair. And the kids would be scared to come up, you know what I mean? It's like, you're just sitting down and be like, no, come here. Like, you want candy and stuff? And they're like,
no, I'm not. I don't want to go through that.
Got to take your mask off, be like, look, it's fine, you know? Because I used to have
too convincing. You know what? Another thing, these haunted houses that they have, like the lake house down in Sailorsburg.
I can't do those, man.
Really?
I can't.
I'm surprised. I would think that you'd like that kind of thing.
No. I do. I appreciate it, and I appreciate the whole idea. But you can't be jumping out at me from behind something in the dark or anything like that. I can't do it.
I have never been able to. I don't. Why am I scaring myself like that? I do not like those things. I won't go because it just scares that. But there's some people that live for those things. They love it.
I know people that love them. Me, no. Don't be hiding around a corner and jump out in the dark and all this stuff. I'm not doing that.
I don't need to subject myself to that. Even when I was younger, we only lived about 20 minutes away from Great Adventure in New York, in Jersey, in Jackson, New Jersey. And I remember when the haunted house there burned down and some kids were killed. They made me go into that once or twice, and I was like, I don't like this thing, and it freaked me out. I don't like things jumping out at me.
Yeah.
And you know what? We talk about movies a lot here on the show, and we don't talk a lot about scary movies often, but
I love them.
I remember when Halloween first came out, Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street. I thought they were ridiculous.
See,
I wasn't. They were too predictable. It's the same formula for every show.
It is the same formula for every show. It's basic. It is predictable, but I still dig it. I don't know, man. There's something about it, especially Elm Street. That's my favorite.
But what's the difference from one to the other? Elm Street, Friday the 13th, and Halloween, all the same.
Freddy doesn't exist.
All right.
Freddy's in your dreams.
Well, that's why you can kill him 10 times, right?
Well, he's in your dreams.
No, he's not in my dreams. You know what?
See, that's the whole fun of it, though, man. Kill him. They're gonna come. He's gonna come back some stupid way.
Never did it for me.
I like that.
There's only one movie that ever gave me nightmares.
I know, you told me, and it's great. Did you see the new one that was just out?
No, it did come out already?
It came and went real fast.
I had a feeling it probably will. Blair Witch.
I heard it wasn't bad, though.
No.
But
you know what? It'll make a good $2 rental.
It will.
Yeah. But there is one series that I did like. One series of scary movies that I did like.
What's that?
Saw.
Okay.
Because there was a psychological thriller aspect to it. And my favorite TV show of all time.
The Twilight Zone.
Twilight Zone. And it was kind of like, it got ridiculous after a while.
It did get ridiculous. I got to say, all right, the first time I saw the first one, I was like, wow. I was a little blown away.
It was like an hour and 45-minute version of the Twilight Zone.
Of a Twilight Zone, because at the end you were like, no way.
Yeah.
But then the second one I thought was terrible. But then the third one picked up where the first one left off, and I was like, yes, we're back.
Right, and then it fell off completely.
One and three.
By the time I got to 5, 6, 7, I was watching. I rented them, and I fast forwarded through the garbage in between. I just wanted to see the.
You just want to see the deaths,
the traps, because they came up with some really good traps.
Yeah, I actually have pictures of the one horror convention I went to. They had some of the traps.
Really,
and I took pictures with the reverse Venus flytrap head trap thing.
Oh my god!
And also I have pictures of the one from the opening of Saw 2 where it was the head mask that closed on you with the nails in it.
Yes.
I have pictures of that too. The whole thing's like rubber.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, they had to make it.
But I mean, it looked legit in the film. But I mean,
the special effects guys in Hollywood
That was the guy that had to cut his eye out to get the key.
Right below his eye. Special effects guys in Hollywood, people in Hollywood, they know what they're doing. They're very, very good. I got to give Hollywood kudos for their ability to make things really, really scary. Going back to the party?
Yeah.
I have this note. Do yourself a favor, show up to the Halloween party late. The dancing is better.
The dancing, yeah.
Okay? Women who, with less than 2 drinks in them, look like they're just plain constipated, and the Pepto hasn't kicked in yet. All of a sudden, after four more drinks, turn into $50 a lap dance score strippers. And all of a sudden, their dancing is incredible. Yeah. Absolutely incredible. And when you have your photo taken, and this isn't just Halloween, little advice to people, at any time, anywhere, for whatever reason, don't do anything special with 1, 2, or 3 of your fingers. Okay? Just stop that garbage. This thing over here. This.
Oh, come on,
and
man.
That,
you
and
gotta
this.
throw some gang signs.
Oh, God. Anyway.
This thing, I'm all right. This thing popped in my head for some reason.
What's that?
Check this out. I'm going to play this real quick.
Okay.
Something strange is happening at 13 Elm Street.
It's your turn, Jason.
You'll get a real scream out of what you'll find in the dungeon. Go to the dungeon.
This was a board game.
Golden introduces new
that I
shrieks
had.
and creaks. It actually speaks and turns any house
Based
into
on
a
the game, based on the
haunted
movie.
No.
No?
No movie. It was just they just used names for Elm Street was in there and they named the kid. They named the kid Jason. But no, it was.
What was the name of the game?
The game was called Shrieks and Creeks.
You know what? You just mentioned that, and it brought me back to a memory of a game that I used to have.
What's that?
Called Nightmare.
What was that?
It was a video tape. You had to pop the VHS tape that came with it into your video machine. And everybody had sat around the board, and the gatekeeper, the keykeeper, whatever the guy's name was a ghoul that you had 1 hour. The game was played over 1 hour's time, and there was a timer on the TV, and they would just keep counting backwards from 60 minutes to 0. And every once in a while, he would just show up. There'd be a flash of lightning, and he would just show up, and let's see, kind of like, right, and he would just show up and would say, He would like okay, it's time for the next challenge. Who's the oldest one here? And the oldest one had to do something. Would be like, okay, oldest one, what is your name? And then you say your name to the screen, and they'd say, that's a stupid name. And as you got closer and closer in time, the music that was playing got eerier and eerier and faster. Yeah. So even though the time didn't go faster, it built tension. And then at the end, when the time was over, there would be a winner based on who was where on the board and the whole thing.
Yeah.
It's an excellent game, and there was a DVD version of it also. I tell people, if you ever get a chance to play that, it's a good game.
This game was... Now, first of all, my Aunt Helen, I never saw much of her, but every Christmas and every birthday she would come through.
Really?
And
that was her thing. Like Halloween was her thing.
She...
But she brought the other kids into it, the nieces and nephews into it. She was like, this is my thing, but that's what I'm going to... Like, she may not have sent you $5 for your birthday, but for Halloween, she,
But no, it was my birthday or something like that. She bought me this game.
Okay.
And
the Shrieks and Creeks?
Yeah, Shrieks and Creeks. And I was like, what is that? I've never heard of this in my life. The board was a house, like a haunted house. Okay. And there were these big plastic keys that you set on the haunted house, like in different rooms.
Right.
And it came with a speaker that was a tombstone, and you hooked it up to a Walkman, and it came with a cassette tape. And you put the cassette tape in the Walkman, and so when you would go through the house, you'd take your player, you'd go through the house. If you land in one of the rooms with these keys, you would take the key, stick it in the tombstone, and play the tape. So
that's cool, because it's interactive. It's like
if you started hearing stuff,
right,
you had to listen and do what it told you. If you didn't hear anything, it meant that was free and you could go through the room. So the key would turn on the speaker,
right?
And it would be stupid stuff like, it would be like, go back 2 spaces, things like that. Or like if you heard nothing, you'd be like, I can,
that's
I
cool.
can move forward.
That's cool.
It was the coolest thing. I looked it up. It's expensive as hell.
Really?
To buy one of those right now.
Oh man, I picked up an extra Nightmare game when my first one got totally dilapidated. The VHS tape got destroyed. So I picked up another one. But it's those interactive games are great. So, I think we're going to call. Let's try the call one more time. Who's calling? Oh, it's, hello?
Must have just missed him.
Oh, man. All right, well, whoever it was, call back. Something with the phones. I don't know.
Something going on.
Yeah, but, I can't say that I never got into it and I never had fun, but Halloween just wasn't my thing.
I always loved it.
I
always liked it.
And I've always, the last 4 or 5 places I've lived were places where we never got a lot of trick-or-treaters. Like in my house where I live now, I'm out in the middle of nowhere and nobody would come. As a matter of fact, if anybody would show up, I would honestly be scared. They could be just dressed like the tax assessor and I'd be like, no, it's not.
That's another thing about this day and age, too. It's like someone knocks on your door, you're like, oh my God, who the hell is that? You know what I mean? Like, who's knocking on my door? It's a weird thing these days. Like,
I've always been surprised that there were more problems because people can really take advantage of the fact that on trick-or-treating nights, you can really infiltrate somebody's house if you're,
You could. I just think one of the things that I think is hilarious that was never really a big problem. Mm-hmm. Oh, we got a callback. Let's check it out.
Yeah, the phones. You're on Pocono 96.7 inside Dr. Herman's head.
Hey, Dr. Herman, JFB.
Hey, what's going on, JFB?
I don't know.
I don't know. There's a problem with the phone. For some reason, our phone is not.
Something's going on.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. We're trying to.
What do you think? Hello.
You know what? Maybe it's Mischief Night.
Maybe
somebody's out screwing around with our phone
tampering.
lines. I don't know. I
don't know. But
we have such advanced phone equipment here on the Poconos.
What I was going to say was the fiasco. Of checking the candy because of razor blades and needles and poison and things like that.
Yeah, remember that? Well, I haven't heard about that in a long time.
That was originally fake. I think it was I think the story was a police department in Chicago came up with it and was like, let's start saying this and blah blah blah. We found razor blades and candy bars and things like that.
Really?
And and it just spread.
So it never really happened.
There was never real instances of anything going down.
That stinks.
At least that's what I heard. But, we're in a day and age now where you can look it up for yourselves. Tell me I'm wrong. I don't give a crap.
Something I think Donald Trump would do.
Yeah. No, seriously.
I don't know. All right, let's take another break. I think we're going to get close to it. And I'm thinking about ordering some Thai Orchid tonight.
That'd be nice.
Because I haven't had a lot of... I haven't eaten a lot today since after the party last night.
Check it for needles.
One thing Kanye is not going to put a razor blade in your meat crab. You know that. Those Thai dumplings.
I do know that. Those dumplings, man. That sauce.
Curry, not spooky. You don't have any spooky fried rice. Yes, I'm going to call. During the next break, I think I'm going to call down to Mr. Nick and get some food to take home after. All right, let's.
Awesome.
All right, Thai Orchid, give them a call. 421-1717. Let's take a break and we'll come right back.
10 people die every day in Pennsylvania from drug overdoses. I'm Secretary of Health Karen Murphy. The Commonwealth's new prescription drug monitoring program empowers medical professionals to reduce drug abuse by identifying those in need of treatment. All licensed medical professionals are now required to register and check the PDMP. Learn more at doh.pa.gov/PDMP.
Sponsored by the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. Tom Wolf, Governor. Paid for with Pennsylvania taxpayer dollars.
Breast cancer deaths have dropped dramatically in the past 2 decades. The result of better treatment, greater awareness, and more women getting mammograms. The name of the game is prevention, and you can reduce your cancer risk by following these 3 easy steps. 1. Get an annual mammogram. Breast cancer detected early is easier to treat. 2. Get daily exercise to keep your weight at the prescribed level for your height. Obesity significantly increases your risk of not only cancer, but heart disease and diabetes. And 3. Drink alcohol moderately, if at all. Studies show that women who drank between 3 and 6 alcoholic drinks weekly increased their likelihood of breast cancer by 15%. Hi, this is Pari Farood, Executive Director of the Miles of Hope Breast Cancer Foundation. Go to milesofhope.org to learn more about reducing your cancer risk. You not only owe it to yourself, you owe it to your loved ones.
You're listening to Inside Dr. Herman's Head. every Sunday night starting at 7 o'clock, right here on Pocono 96.7. And now, back to the Good Doctor.
Okay. Abducted by aliens.
Yeah, why not? Might as well.
That's not historically been a Halloween thing, but you would think that it would be.
Aliens?
Yeah, like it'd be abduction by alien. Would abductions around the country, around the world, would go up to the Halloween day or something like that.
I don't know, man. I mean, would you mind being abducted? Would you want that to happen?
No, I would not.
No?
No. No, I like it right here. I don't.
Like some people are seriously almost waiting for that I know.
I know. Well, there's the same people that wouldn't mind moving to Mars.
Yeah.
I'll go to Mars, 3-year trip, and I could never come back.
Hey,
like,
man, whatever.
What?
Total recall's coming true. Didn't we find oxygen on Mars or something like that?
Yeah, they found not enough oxygen for you to use to live. They're not, you know what? I don't like to say, like, I'm sure that when Kennedy said we're going to go to the moon by the end of this of the decade, that there weren't a lot of people going, yeah, that's great. I'd go in a second,
I can't wait.
But I don't know. Mars, no. I'll stay here.
I got no.
This is a sure thing. That's Mars. The movie The Martian freaked me out.
My father's concept is that we are the Martians. We ruined the planet, and we're here now, and we're ruining Earth, and then we're going to go to another one, which looks like it's going to be the moon.
That sounds like your dad.
Yeah, that's what he said. He goes, "We are the Martians, damn it!" And I'm like, all right.
I can see him sitting and working on conspiracies and thinking, that's
God, he's got too many. Oh man.
Oh, I just thinking about it makes me smile. He's a good guy, but so let's see, we're getting close to the end. I wanted to thank whoever tried to get through on the phone, Jeff, for trying to call him. We're going to see if we can figure out what's going on.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on there.
Also, I wanted to remind people that we have our Thanksgiving logo contest coming up between now and the 20th. Try to get us a logo you make for our show with the Thanksgiving theme, because there are so few Thanksgiving things going on. What else?
Yeah, right. Why is Thanksgiving so lame?
We've allowed it to become that way. But you know what? If you want to think about it, it's based on such ridiculousness, like everything else.
It is a ridiculous thing.
But we don't really, whatever. The whole holiday thing, just, all these holidays are all based on such, everything's based on something that's not true. It didn't really happen. Columbus never discovered mainland America. Jesus wasn't born in December.
Yeah, I know.
New Year's is actually on New Year's. We know that for sure.
Well, how are you going to, what are you going to do about that?
Declaration of Independence was not signed on July 4th. It was signed on July 3rd.
Lies. It's all lies.
And over the next month after that.
Oh, man.
So, whatever. You know what? As long as we get a day off, we don't care.
I'm going to go home, watch a scary movie, I think. Oh, no, I can't.
I
got wrestling.
Pay-per-view tonight.
Pay-per-view. Hell in a Cell. History will be made. First women's Hell in a Cell match. One of these girls is going to die. It's going to be bad.
That's scary to begin with.
It's going to be bad. But I got I bought Psycho, man, for $3.
Really?
The original. And I was
That's a good movie.
Brand new.
I can watch that again.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, man, Hitchcock, Psycho.
I like The Birds. Hitchcock was
The Birds is nice.
Hitchcock, you knew what he was doing with that, with the genre, and The Birds was my favorite.
He was one of a kind, man. I mean,
and The Birds really wasn't any less cheesy than The Blob, but it was good. You know what he had?
Blob. That's just that thing just amazes me.
Wasn't Tippi Hedren in that?
I don't know. That's Steve McQueen, though, right? That's his first movie.
The Blob was?
Wasn't it?
Could have been. I remember watching it and just thinking, it's
ridiculous.
No, the Jell-O, it's going up your arm, man. Don't touch the Jell-O.
And then when they colorized it and you realized it was purple, like, isn't it like a purplish red looking?
No, I thought it was green.
No, it's like a
We got to go back and look at it again.
Yeah.
I don't know when it comes spilling out of the
it's
movie
like a reddish,
theaters.
pinkish, purplish blob.
I don't know. I again, not my holiday. I'll do better on the next holiday. I'll have.
We can talk about food and things without celery in it for me.
I'm always up to talk about food. You know that.
Yeah, I know that. I mean, I'm weird when it comes to food. I might be a fat guy, but I just don't really care as long as it stops the pain.
Well, you are the scariest guy I know, though. So, thanks, Big Show. I appreciate it, man. No, well, all right. Listen, I just want to thank everybody who's listening tonight. Thanks to our listeners in general. We love all you guys. I wanted to remind you though, when it all gets to be too much, count to 10, take a deep breath, and remember, just laugh it off.
And Trey, look up at the sky. It's a full moon on the Sabbath.
This is scary.
Break it down.
I was working late on my Haftorah when I heard a knock on my bedroom door. I opened it up, and to my surprise, there was a werewolf standing there with glowing gold eyes. He says, tomorrow, my son, you will be a man. But tonight's the time to join the Wolfen clan. Tomorrow you will stand at the beamer and pray. But tonight, let's gaze at the moon and bathe. Werewolf for Mitzvah, spooky, scary. Boys becoming men, men becoming wolves. Werewolf for Mitzvah, spooky, scary. Boys becoming men, men becoming wolves.
All right, that was great, Trey. Okay, it's over. That's a wrap.
Oh. The next day, what happened? The tumor didn't teach. I got up in front of everyone to give my little speech. Then my teeth turned into fangs and my nails into claws, and I nearly dropped the Torah when my hands turned into paws. I growled and I roared, and my rabbi did as well. It was a rocking werewolf zoo at Temple Beth Emmanuel.
Hey man, where'd you learn all these Jewish words?
My manager Harvey Lemmings. Werewolf bar mitzvah, spooky, scary. Boys becoming men, men becoming wolves.
I just don't think the idea of the song can sustain itself for that long. It seems a little sweaty now. So
this whole premise is sweaty. We had a reception at the Larchmont Country Club. They served a real nice brisket and an 8-foot party sub. I danced with my cousins. I got money from my folks. We had a lot of fun making circumcision jokes. Then I remembered the premise of my song. I was at a nice reception, but the werewolf part was gone. So we pulled ourselves together and we're wolfmen again. Just in time for monster fight to begin.
No.
All the country club employees were a brain-sucking pack who had all turned into zombies and were on the attack. So we fought them and some Draculas and Frankensteins too. Cause you gotta love bar mitzvah even if you're not an artist.
There's no such thing as Frankensteins. Steins. There's no plural of Frankenstein.
Men becoming wolves. Werewolf bar mitzvah. Kooky, hairy. Boys becoming men. Men becoming wolves. I don't want this. I don't like this. This is scary. Turning into werewolves and stuff. You know? I got excited when I saw a poodle on the streets the other day. You know?